In this video, we're going to take a look at how iPerspective could be used to display information about students within a school system. So I'm going to just log in as a parent in this case. And when I log in as the parent, it's going to look up my student or students, and it's going to show me each of them, and I can pick on one of them. I'll just pick Graham in this case, and I'm going to see the information for Graham. So he's got at East High School, he has an event. He's on the A basketball team, and the Wildcats are playing the Angels. And that's on the 18th. On the 20th, the Wildcats are at the Tigers. And you can see that Graham has a number of classes he's currently in. He's in gym class, first year Spanish, 8th grade, right on down the line. And I might want to see how Graham's doing in a particular class. So I click on that and I get a graph of all of his tests. All of them are above 80, not doing so bad. So I go back and I could set up alerts and see only information that I wanted, or I can just come in and say, well, Trevor, on the other hand, is not going to be at school today. So Trevor, I could just click on report absence and it actually updates data in the database, sends it back to me. I can look at Trevor's grades. I can look at Trevor's basketball games that are going on and where they are as well. So I have the ability to drill into information, look at maps, and get all kinds of different information and expose it. Now traditionally this data would be in something like an infinite campus or a banner system, some sort of ERP that would contain all this information. And so in this case, what I would typically want to do is pull that data out of a database and display it in this mobile device that you see. So let's take a look at how that looks within iPerspective. We have a list of tables, and these are very granular. So when I look at the school information, there's an activity, and the activities are the basketball teams, A, B, and C basketball team, for example. Then there's an activity schedule, and these are the particular activity, the A team, and then a description, and some notes, and a date, and an address, and location details that we have here. And then we have students, who's in which activity, which are all just keys. And then we have class information. These are just what teacher is teaching what class and what are the days of the week and what time of the day is it in. And then we have students who are in classes, again, just primarily the primary keys and the date they enrolled, date they dropped out of the class, their grade at the current time, and on a 100-point scale, and then their grade. Then we have parent information. So these are each of the parents. And then we have parent-student information, whose students are each of the parents and their relationship to, and then we have students. So we have a lot of different tables, but then we have some views that have some business logic on top of that data. So in this case, we're creating a parent application. So we have for each of the parents who are their students, and then we have those are student activities, sorry, and then we have students, and so who are the students for each of the parents, and then we have student classes, which classes are each of the parent students in, and then we have the scores that you saw just a minute ago, and again, a lot of primary keys within there, but that allows us to drill in and see the information about tests and quizzes. So what we did was we took the items, from some of them from tables, some of them from views, and we drug them into our schools package. And then we exposed those items. These are all RESTful services where I can come in here and I can query from that information to display it in a browser, but the client application that you saw actually is pulling that information out of the database and displaying it in a mobile client. As a parent, I can always come in and add more items to my dashboard if there were additional things that I wanted to see beyond activities. And so if we added a new service, for example, are they at school right now or not, I could say, I want to know if my kids, I want an alert if my kids are not at school at this point in time. So there are many different things that you could do from a use case standpoint, but we're showing how you can represent data through iPerspective, passing it into a mobile client. Thank you.